Epilogue. We rarely do what we ask of others. If I'm being honest with you, I have to say, I rarely do what I ask of others. Writing to you in this book has been my way to ask of you and of myself. I've written a little bit about what we call science. I've written a lot of bit about what we call behavior. But remember, these are just words. Some people use the right words to do the wrong things, and some people use the wrong words to do the right things. I met a monk in Japan. He had a wonderful saying: do what you can, and what you can't, put in jars. If my words have helped you to make changes with your behavior, then consider them canned. But if you still have questions, then I recommend you put this book in a jar. Shelf it. The magic of this book, for me, is not any method. It's not a powerful turn of phrase. The magic is in the observation. I have attempted to design and articulate a method that I am currently experimenting with to change my own behavior. However, I have yet to share one of my secrets with you. I've started collecting data on my behavior. When I began working with a family to teach their child new skills or reduce challenging behaviors, one of the first things I asked the family to do is collect data on their child's behavior. I ask this of all my clients. I tell them this is how we detect change. Without some form of measurement, we might not see progress when progress is gradual, and we might assume progress has been made when there was none. Another benefit of regularly measuring behavior is that it allows us to look back over time and detect changes that we do not see when we are with the behavior day in and day out. Imagine you have a young dog, a month or two old. Every few months you might say, "Wow, Steve sure is growing." But you don't detect the actual growth. However, if you were to weigh Steve every week and graph his weight, you would not only see his weight change, but you might even be able to predict changes in his weight. Then if you were to adjust Steve's calorie intake, you would see in the data how the adjustment affects his weight. This is what I ask of my clients: to use a sensitive system of measurement that allows us to see if our interventions are effective. I love all aspects of my work, but the most rewarding part is when my clients' parents and I look back at data from a year prior. Mom and Dad almost always say, "Oh my, I had forgotten what it was like back then." This is what I ask of my clients. But until I was well within the process of this book, I did not measure my behavior. I never have, until recently, measured my behavior. If I'm honest with you, I ask of my clients something that I have never asked of myself until writing this book. Understanding the cues and the reinforcers in our environment will help us to build and break chains, but nothing will help us if we do not observe our behavior. And the best tool we have to detect progress is the measurement of data. Fortunately, we live in a world full of data collection apparatuses, but unfortunately, we never stop to observe ourselves. We rarely stop to observe our behavior. If you are looking to build new, better behavior patterns and break some of those old behavior patterns, then take this information and use it in a way that helps. But I ask that you stop and observe yourself and your current patterns of behavior if you do nothing else. Find a simple way to measure behavior. Try things. Use your measurements to detect your progress. If it's working, see it through. If it's not working, then make simple, gradual, systematic changes. You can make believe it happens, or pretend that something's true. You can wish or hope or contemplate a thing you'd like to do. But until you start to do it, you will never see it through. 'Cause the make-believe pretending just won't do it for you. You've got to do it. Every little bit, you've got to do it, do it, do it. And when you're through, you can know you did it, for you did it. You did it. You did it. By Mr. Rogers. Fucking hero. We did it. Let's keep doing. Sorry, Mr. Rogers, for cussing so much. But thank you for loving me just the way that I am.